Welcome to WorldWire. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. The global economy depends on the smooth flow of goods across oceans, with millions of containers moving between continents every single day. These vast shipping networks are the lifeblood of international trade, connecting distant markets and fueling growth around the world. But traditional shipping routes are increasingly congested and risky. Major ports are often overwhelmed, and narrow straits can become dangerous bottlenecks, vulnerable to accidents, delays, and even political tensions. For centuries, nations have dreamed of a shortcut, a faster, safer route between Asia and Europe. Explorers and traders once imagined new passages that could transform the world's economy and reshape the map of global commerce. Now, as Arctic ice recedes due to climate change, the northern sea route along Russia's coast is emerging as a real alternative. This once impassable region is opening up, revealing a new maritime highway that could change everything. Once the realm of daring explorers and adventurers, this so-called Polar Silk Road is now poised to revolutionize global trade. Modern icebreakers and advanced navigation systems are making the Arctic more accessible than ever before. It promises not just a shorter distance, cutting thousands of kilometers off traditional routes, but also a potential shift in economic power, as new players gain access to faster, more efficient shipping lanes. For China, a nation deeply reliant on maritime trade, a new, secure route through the Arctic is especially attractive. It offers the possibility of bypassing traditional obstacles and ensuring the steady flow of goods to and from its booming ports. The Arctic offers independence from traditional chokepoints like the Suez and Panama canals, reducing exposure to geopolitical friction and the risk of costly delays that can ripple through the global supply chain. With climate change accelerating the transformation of the Arctic and new technology making navigation safer, Russia and China are investing billions to make this route a commercial reality. New ports, ice-class ships, and international partnerships are rapidly taking shape. As of November 2025, the world is witnessing the birth of a new era in global logistics. One where the top of the world could soon become the center of international trade. The Northern Sea Route is the centerpiece of a new era in Arctic navigation, where ambition and geopolitics collide in the frozen north. Once considered impassable for most of the year, this icy corridor is now at the heart of a strategic transformation. It's also the foundation of a growing Russia-China partnership, as both nations look to reshape global trade and energy flows. Russia, with its vast and resource-rich Arctic coastline, sees the route as a source of revenue, strategic leverage, and national pride. The melting ice has opened new possibilities for Moscow to project power and profit from transit fees. As the gatekeeper, Russia controls access, icebreaker escorts, and navigation, giving Moscow major influence over who can use the route and when. This control is a powerful tool in Russia's geopolitical arsenal. For China, the NSR offers a way around the US-influenced Strait of Malacca, reducing strategic vulnerability and opening a shorter, faster path to European markets. China has declared itself a near-Arctic state, investing heavily in infrastructure, shipping capacity, and research to secure its place in the region's future. Western sanctions have pushed Russia to deepen ties with China, making the NSR a vital channel for energy exports like oil and LNG, and strengthening their economic interdependence. Their cooperation is formal and expanding, with joint plans to create a sustainable, year-round corridor that can withstand harsh Arctic conditions and global competition. This is about building a robust commercial highway, an Arctic superhighway, not just sending a few ships through the ice, but establishing a reliable, high-capacity trade route. Together, they're developing ports, navigation systems, and logistics hubs to turn the Arctic into a predictable, efficient trade route, one that could reshape the future of global commerce and power. The Northern Sea Route is as much a geopolitical move as an economic one. By opening up this Arctic passage, countries like Russia and China are not just seeking faster shipping, they're also making a statement about their growing influence in global affairs. The NSR represents a strategic shift, signaling a desire to reduce reliance on traditional maritime routes that have long been dominated by Western powers. Traditional shipping lanes like the Suez Canal and Strait of Malacca are vulnerable choke points, often under US influence. These narrow passages are critical for global trade, but they're also potential flashpoints, susceptible to congestion, political tensions, and even blockades during times of conflict. For China, bypassing these routes means greater supply chain security and autonomy. It allows Chinese goods to reach European markets with less risk of interference and gives the country more control over its economic destiny. The NSR allows ships to avoid piracy, political instability, and US-controlled waters. By steering clear of regions known for maritime crime or political unrest, shipping companies can operate with greater confidence and predictability. This new corridor challenges American naval dominance and creates an alternative economic bloc. It's not just about moving goods, it's about shifting the balance of power in international trade and forging new alliances in the Arctic. The time savings are dramatic. A journey from China to Europe via the NSR can take just 18 days, compared to 30-40 days through the Suez. This efficiency is a game-changer for industries where speed is crucial, such as electronics, automotive, and perishable goods. Faster delivery means lower costs and a competitive edge for time-sensitive goods. Companies can turn over inventory more quickly, reduce warehousing expenses, and better meet the demands of a fast-paced global market. Companies can respond more quickly to market demands and reduce inventory costs. This agility is especially valuable in today's unpredictable economic climate, where flexibility can make or break a business. The NSR's efficiency makes it a serious competitor to established southern passages. As more companies and countries invest in Arctic infrastructure, the route's importance will only grow. As Russia and China secure this route, they're reshaping global trade dynamics, ushering in a new era where the Arctic becomes a vital artery for international commerce and strategic cooperation. The Northern Sea Route's rise is backed by real numbers and cutting-edge technology. In 2024, cargo shipments hit nearly 38 million tons, with a 50% increase in foreign voyages projected for 2025. Container shipping is surging, with record volumes moving between Asia and Europe. China's Arctic Express made its first dedicated voyage in October 2025, carrying high-value goods to Europe. Regular container services are connecting the NSR to major European ports, signaling a new era of commercial use. Russia's nuclear-powered icebreakers, unique in the world, make year-round navigation possible. Rosatom is expanding this fleet, cementing Russia's role as Arctic manager. Most cargo currently flows eastbound Russian oil and LNG to China. Trade is expected to balance as more Chinese exports head west via the NSR. The route's rapid growth reflects deepening Russo-Chinese economic ties and technological prowess. Despite its promise, the Northern Sea Route remains one of the world's most challenging shipping environments. Ice is a constant threat, unpredictable, dangerous, and costly to navigate. Ships need reinforced hulls and face higher construction and operational expenses. Arctic weather is severe. Extreme cold, storms, and fog can endanger crews and delay voyages. Navigational infrastructure is sparse, with limited ports, rescue options, and communication gaps. Accidents here are far more dangerous and costly than in traditional routes. Insurance and icebreaker escort costs are high, and the navigation window is still mostly seasonal. The environmental risks are immense. Oil spills or pollution could devastate the fragile Arctic ecosystem. Increased shipping brings concerns about noise, emissions, and accelerated ice melt. Balancing economic opportunity with environmental responsibility is a critical challenge for all involved. Recent global crises have made the Northern Sea Route even more attractive. Houthi attacks in the Red Sea have forced ships to detour around Africa, adding weeks and costs. Suez Canal revenues have plummeted, and global supply chains face chaos and delays. Overland rail routes across Eurasia are also disrupted by conflict and political tensions. These vulnerabilities highlight the need for alternative trade corridors. The NSR, once a niche idea, now looks like a stable, strategic option for Asia-Europe trade. Russia and China are quick to promote the NSR as a secure, dependable route. Each crisis elsewhere makes the Arctic passage more appealing by comparison. As businesses reassess risks, the case for the NSR grows stronger every day. The Northern Sea Route marks a fundamental shift in global trade geography. A new east-west corridor is emerging, rivaling the Suez Canal's importance. As Arctic ice melts and technology advances, year-round navigation is becoming reality. This will reshape manufacturing, resource extraction, and geopolitics. Ports in Northern Europe and Asia may rise while southern hubs could decline. Businesses must weigh the speed and security of the NSR against its costs and risks. The Arctic is becoming a new arena for great power competition and resource exploration. Russia and China's cooperation challenges the Western-led order and U.S. maritime dominance. Other nations like South Korea are joining the Arctic race, signaling global interest. The NSR's rise is a story of adaptation and ambition, reshaping trade for generations to come.